courageous souls. I hope you all are doing well. This is Sarah with Purple Angel Oracle. So to start off, I received a couple comments asking about, the symbol that I always place at the beginning of the titles for my videos. And then I also started putting that on the cover photos for my videos. That is the Fleur de Lis, and it's always has been a very significant symbol to me for as long as I can remember. And actually, the furthest back that I can remember was I was probably 12 or 13, and my good friend had, that symbol hanging on her keychain. And I was just drawn to it instantly. I didn't even know why. And she ended up giving it to me. So it's on it's on my keys now. But that was the first Fleur de Lis symbol piece that I ever had. And even before that, I had an infatuation with France and just royalty and the Eiffel Tower. That was just something I was very drawn to. And the Fleur de Lis, one of the meanings is French royalty, which I didn't even know that at the time. So it's pretty cool. And, and I remember when I was moving from my childhood home, we moved to a new home when I was 13, and my mom said, we can redo my room how I want it. And I said I wanted a French, like a classical French royalty theme, and it has to be purple and gold. And so we did our best, and it looked beautiful, and that was awesome for me because that's it. I've always been drawn to it. The French culture, the Eiffel Tower, all of that is still very present in my home today, as well as the Fleur de Lis. I can't even count how many, I guess I could count, but there's a lot of Eiffel Towers and a lot of Fleur de Lis in my home. Um, and before I even knew the meaning of that, I learned a lot more about that symbol when I went through my initial major awakening in 2013, but I've done more research just in recent years. So I'll share with you, um, excuse me, a couple things I did find. Um, so the fleur de lis is associated. It's the lily. That's where it basically comes from because fleur means flower and lis. I hope I'm saying that right. I know it's French. It means lily. Um, I know it's the emblem for like New Orleans, Quebec, I believe. It's used a lot in France. But it definitely represents French royalty. It also represents Catholic saints. So that's why that's the symbol for the New Orleans Saints, right? Um, it's associated with Virgin Mary. Okay. And this is funny because I was looking on Wikipedia and it says the fleur de lis is represented in Unicode at U plus 269C in the miscellaneous symbols block. Now that's the actual number for that little gold fleur de lis I put at the beginning of my titles. So, the emojis. Um, so 269C. Well, of course, I added 2, 6, and 9, and it came out to 17. My favorite number. And that's something I literally just found out today, which is super cool. Um, and let's see, the fleur de lis also, I mean, there's so many different meanings. But the main ones that, stood out to me is because I always had a deep connection to Jesus and Mary Magdalene as well, because I personally believe in the alternate story, that Jesus and Mary Magdalene did have kids. Their bloodline still exists today. I just can't deny that. It's a very deep resonance I have with that. Um, but anyway, so this is what I found. The fleur de lis represents an ancient race of people, a lost ancient culture of respect for the planet and community, and a hope of enlightened modern monarchy reinstated in France. The fleur de lis is also one of the symbols for royal descendants of Jesus through Mary Magdalene. If you go to France, you will find that the fleur de lis is the official legal heraldry symbol for Mary Magdalene. A person cannot put the fleur de lis in their family coat of arms unless they are descendants of her bloodlines. So I was drawn to that symbol before I even figured this out. Now, what does it all mean? I don't know, but I'm very deeply connected to that, and it resonates with me very much. Um, and then this is something else I also found, which is beautiful. I mean, I'll put a link to this website below because this is really awesome. This is someone else's interpretation of it from travels that they've taken across the world. But it says the Fleur de Lis is the symbol. I think it's Fleur de Lis. I'm saying that wrong. Either way, you know what I mean. The Fleur de Lis is the symbol of the new times, of the new era, of what is being born and beginning to take place in our beloved planet. The new ideas that we are giving birth to, recreating and co-creating, putting into new words that include hidden and evident knowledge of humanity and the universe. These ideas have already been created in some space and time in the evolution of humanity and have now become beings with pure hearts, pure energy. The Fleur de Lis is the bearer of a promise that something is going to change and that it has the ability to express itself to humanity. A promise of new alliances between heaven and human earth to connect dimensions. A promise of the good news to come as it is the vehicle to light. Get ready to welcome this new era, the era where energy prevails. Now, when I read that today, of course, it gave me chills. Nothing surprises me anymore. These synchronicities have become so common that it's like, well, of course, but it still gives me chills because that's exactly what we're doing here. And that symbol that I've been connected to for as long as I can remember, I found somewhere where that represents that actual thing. So I thought I would share that because that's just in your face confirmation that is what's going on here. And I haven't traced like my family, my genealogy back too far. My dad has told me we're very English. I know that, but I also have a little bit of Cajun in me. So there's that New Orleans, Louisiana vibe. And that's I believe French and Seminole Indian. I might be wrong. I know one of my ancestors took part in translating the Bible to the King James version. So that was pretty cool to find out. But yeah, so that's what that symbol represents to me. It just represents obviously what I just told you about what's going on the planet too. And I just found that out. But just my relationship to Jesus as well. I've just always had a very strong connection to that whole situation. So yeah, I wanted to clarify that, for you. And let's see. So today I actually connected with the native spirits, the Native Americans. There's many different native cultures all over the world. But, and I pulled some cards from my native spirit deck, but I also wanted to share with you something absolutely incredible that I did find. And you might actually already know about this. But it's about the rainbow prophecy. And there's, I don't know if it was the Hopi or the Cree, but right here it's saying that the Cree, and it says the Cree are one of the largest groups of the First Nations Native Americans in North America. There are over 135 bands of Cree living in Canada with a total population of approximately 200,000 today. And then right after that, it goes on to talk about the rainbow prophecy. And the rainbow prophecy refers to the keepers of the legends, rituals, and other myths that will be needed when the time comes to restore the health on earth. It is believed that these legendary beings will return on a day of awakening when all people will unite and create a new world of justice, peace, and freedom. And they will be named the Warriors of the Rainbow. They will reattach the values and the knowledge that has been lost in time, demonstrating how to have wisdom and extra perception and how unity, harmony, and love is the only way forward. Wow. And then it also says, at the beginning of this cycle of time, long ago, the Great Spirit came down and he made an appearance, and he gathered the peoples of this earth together, they say on an island which is now beneath the water. And he said to the human beings, I am going to send you to four directions, and over time I'm going to change you to four colors. But I'm going to give you some teachings, and you will call these the original teachings. And when you come back together with each other, you will share these so that you can live and have peace on earth, and a great civilization will come about. There will come a day when people of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their differences. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and all her children. They will move over the earth like a great whirling rainbow, bringing peace, understanding, and healing everywhere they go. Many creatures thought to be extinct or mythical will resurface at this time. The great trees that perished will return almost overnight. All living things will flourish, drawing sustenance from the breast of our mother, the earth. Wow. This is intense. All right, I think this is the last part I wanted to read. The great spiritual teachers who walked the earth and taught the basics of the truths of the whirling rainbow prophecy will return and walk amongst us once more, sharing their power and understanding with all. We will learn how to see and hear in a sacred manner. Men and women will be equals in the way Creator intended them to be. All children will be safe anywhere they want to go. Elders will be respected and valued for their contributions to life. Their wisdom will be sought out. The whole human race will be called the people, and there will be no more war, sickness, or hunger forever. So this prophecy, that what we're actually experiencing right now, what we've been talking about, the great cleansing, the purification, restoration, it's been prophesized since the beginning. And we already know this. I mean, this is why this whole ascension, it's been built on these blocks from these prophecies, but it's also within us. And I wanted to share that, as I'm sure, though, as I've said, many of you are already aware of that. But it also says here, references to a new era, a golden age, characterized by harmony, stability, and prosperity, do not just belong to the Native Americans, but can be found in myths and legends from all over the world. It is known as Chrisen Genos in Greek mythology, the Satya Yuga in Vedic and Hindu culture, and Goldar in Norse mythology. God, I really need to learn to pronounce stuff. One aspect that is common among many legends of the Golden Era is the return of beings or gods that will aid in the restoration of Earth. Wow. So, yeah, I just wanted to share all this confirmation I'm getting today, because sometimes we do forget that this has been prophesized since the beginning of time. And, our ancestors are us, truly. I mean, how do we know that wasn't us just incarnated in that life cycle at that time? And we knew we were going to keep coming back for this very moment. And here we are, we're gathering, we are the reunion of souls. We're coming back together just like they prophesized, and sharing our insights and our soul wisdom. And it's just absolutely beautiful that we're awake and aware and alive and here doing this. It's beyond incredible. Okay, so let's move on to the cards I pulled from my Native Spirit deck. The first one I pulled was Sweat Lodge, and it says, cleanse yourself, body, mind, and soul. Purify, clutter clear. Let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you. Purify your body, go within, meditate, talk to the Creator, and give thanks. And then it says, sweat lodges are small dome structures covered with skins, blankets, or mud in which very hot stones are placed in the center. Water is poured over the stones so that hot steam arises from the rocks. Oh, hold on one sec. Thus, the sweat lodge, with its hot steam, is used for purification ceremonies as well as a place to commune with the divine. This card chose you to tell you that it's time to clear out the clutter in your life. Sometimes clutter can be things in your closet that you don't love or use, but sometimes clutter can be outmoded relationships or habits that no longer serve you. The clearer your inner and outer space becomes, the easier it will be to hear the sweet messages from your soul. Once again, a beautiful example of what each individual is currently going through and the planet. We're just sweating it out, just getting all of it out, releasing, detoxing, getting rid of the old patterns, the old habits. Everything that has to go is going. And that's why it's super important to listen to your intuition right now, because that's your guidance. That's nudging you towards making decisions to let certain things go in your life, so that we can move forward. And we will. It'll happen. This process is actually very natural. So getting rid of these things will be pretty simple, is what I'm kind of feeling. It's just going to be a natural process. It's just going to fall into place. All right. So let's move on to the next one. I got Spirit of Earth. It says prosperity is blossoming in all areas of your life. You are strong and grounded. Who you are is enough, just as you are. Connect more fully with nature. The Spirit of Earth asks that you tend to your health. Detoxify your body. There's that word again. Understand how to use your body's physiology. Pay attention to how your body feels and respond accordingly. Create a home for your soul. Have objects in your home that feel good to you every time you see them. Be present. Cherish the here and the now. So I think that was it for that one. Wait, okay. Oh, it says, the Spirit of Earth represents your physical self and your physical surroundings. It's okay to make plans for the future, but make sure that you also embrace and appreciate the present. You're deeply and profoundly loved and supported at all times, no matter what's occurring in your life. Trust that all your needs are being met. Take time to create spaces in your home where you feel absolutely at peace, and in doing so, you create a template for peace in all areas of your life. Feel the solidity and power of the earth beneath you. This is in your core. Just as grass pushes up out of the moist ground, know that fresh new shoots of growth are similar, I can't even say it. Okay. Growth are taking place within you right now. You are grounded, prosperous, and strong. Absolutely. And just as I was saying, how I have the Fleur de Lis and the Eiffel Tower and certain things within my home that resonate with me, that's what makes you feel comfortable. Just like I have crystals and my cats, and that's what we do. We do it naturally. We surround ourselves with things that make us feel comfortable. And how it said, listen to your body, as I was just talking about with the other card, like detoxing. Your body's going to tell you when something isn't meshing anymore. Like if you need to stop eating certain things, drinking certain things, or just bad habits. Your body will let you know. So don't beat yourself up if you're still doing it. Just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and just simmer down, calm down, and just get in the flow, and it'll just happen naturally. But it is important to keep your space, that the space that you're in the most of the time, a space that resonates with you, that feels comfortable, and a place where you can be at peace. Because if you're in an environment that it's very hard for you to find peace, then that's something you might want to try to do for yourself, especially, as parents too, have a she shed or a man cave or just an area you can go once in a while to just take a breath and connect. All right. And the last one out is Thunder Drum. This one says, stand up and be counted. Be assertive. Oh, I thought my phone stopped recording. I'm sorry. If that stopped recording and I was talking that whole time, I'd freak out. No, stay calm. Stay calm, right? Okay, sorry. It says stand up and be counted. Be assertive. Don't be shy about sharing your gifts and letting the world know about your value. Declare with authority, this is who I am and this is what I stand for. Make a stand for others less fortunate. Take risk. Walk in rhythm to the beat of your own drum. This is not the time to step back or step aside. Throughout the world, indigenous people have called spirit through drumming. Drumming was used to activate one's fighting spirit before battle, as well as for joyous celebrations and sacred ceremonies. It was also used for healing rituals. In every case, the drum beat was used to open spiritual realms. A thunder drum calls the thunder beings from the sky, and they arrive with passion and incredible vitality. Drawing this card means that it is time to step into your passion, make a stand in life for what truly matters to you. Beautiful. That's what we're doing, is we're coming into our truth. Our chakras are being aligned into our perfection, our divine perfection, the truth of who we are. And somebody actually left me a beautiful comment that summed that up perfectly. And this was from Love Light Energetics. Thank you so much for this comment. This is perfect for what I just said. And it says, if you are being your truest self, then you are truly connected to source. There is no separation. Absolutely. I just love that. So thank you so much for sharing that, because that is the truth. If you're just being your true loving self, that is source. You are you're always connected. But it's like I said, you'll feel that connection so much more too if you're being your true self. Keeping your truth within is just going to fester. That's like for the entire planet, right? How we've been talking about the truth coming out. Everything's being revealed, cracked wide open. That goes for each individual. Share your truth. Be proud of who you are. You're an incredible warrior of the light. And you've been here a very long time. You've existed longer than any of us can even say, truly. So, recognize your power and act on that. Be the force that you are, and own your truth, know your truth, and speak it and share it. And once again, that'll come naturally. All these things, all this is a very natural process, and it wasn't meant to be a struggle. It's not supposed to be a struggle. There shouldn't be any force. Okay. Very natural. All right. That's about it for today. I really enjoyed this one. There was a lot of confirmation and just peaceful energy with everything that I discussed today. So I hope you enjoyed this. I love you all very, very much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.